PSA just reopened their $15 grading tier, and I want to show you guys exactly what I'm going to be grading and kind of talking about the implications of this, and also just looking at some great cards because I love these types of videos. Honestly, I love seeing what people are grading, no matter how random it is. So as you guys can see, I have a stack of cards in front of me, probably about 20, but these are an assortment of basically entirely random cards. They do have to be below the $200 value range, which is typical for the bulk submission. But the nice thing is right now, you actually only have to submit 10 cards. So this really cuts down the minimum you have to pay and also the amount of cards that you have to grade in half. If you don't have that many cards, I would say now is a really good opportunity because although prices may come down a little bit in the future, if you don't have that much to grade, and also because there's the time value of money, now might be a better opportunity. And also because it does say that this is a limited time promotion. I would guess longer than a month because they recently had the $18 special that lasted a month, which was stipulated to be a monthly special, but this one was not. I don't think it'll run that long though, maybe like 2 months. But I want to submit some cards now just to make sure I have them in, and also because I'm going to Denver and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything during this weekend, so I just want to get this done in advance. This card I'm showing you is perhaps not that valuable. These two as well. I'm really grading a lot of cards that I just want for my personal collection right now. This one I don't think is going to get a super high grade, which is why I'm going to be able to submit it under the $200 tier. You can see there's some whitening along the edge there. And this one I got for $15, so it really can't hurt to grade it because the cost basis is so low on this card, so I'll be $30 all in either way. And this next one, I'm not sure honestly if it will be able to squeak by, but I really wanted to grade this card. I already have this card in a PSA 8, but I just figured this one has been sitting around for so long, and I think I might be able to squeak it under the $200 tier right now. So we're gonna try. Now, these next few cards you actually saw in my most recent video about Bai. I decided actually just to go ahead and submit all of them and kind of see what happens. Now, obviously, this is a very scientific process.
So you do have a plan. Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
And also just so that I can have all of these graded in a set very quickly, and I really hope these do okay. These cards in Japanese have such beautiful textures, way better than the English. I'll insert some B-roll to show you guys how big of a difference it is. These next two also from the Bai video, I decided to submit the Mew. I don't think it's gonna get a very high grade at all, which is why I think I can submit it under the $200 tier. This one as well, I think definitely will. As you guys can see, this is quite a random assortment of cards. Now this one, I don't think will fit under the $200 tier, but I thought that I would just throw this in the pile to have it graded anyway. There's some dust on these, by the way. Not all of these have that terrible damage on them. I wouldn't be submitting them otherwise. But I'm grading an assortment ranging from ultra modern to vintage WotC hollows and also Japanese cards. I'm hoping that it'll be a pretty fun return. For anyone who isn't sure how to submit your cards to PSA, this is how I usually do it. Card Saver 1 is what they recommend. They want you to use a soft sleeve, not a top loader. It says that it can cause delays, I think potentially extra fees, and also you're not gonna get the top loaders back. But I just use this with a sticky tab on top, which makes it super easy to remove, so you can see that the card comes out very, very easily, which makes it a lot easier for the grader. And I also use a penny sleeve to sleeve them because again, it comes out very, very easily, and it's also much easier for me to pack them this way because it's really easy to get cards into penny sleeves. And in my mind, this convinces the grader that they should be giving me higher grades because I'm making their life a bit easier. I actually pulled this randomly from a Hidden Fates pack this summer while I was at work actually, and then I kept it in my desk drawer all summer, so hopefully that didn't get too messed up during the summer. But you can see I'm just grading some alternate arts. These I'm more so grading because I really wanted these for my personal collection. The Leafeon V and this Sylveon V in particular are actually my favorite cards from Evolving Skies, so I'm super excited to have these graded. I believe I did pull both of those myself. You can see we're keeping it strong with the evolutions. So this is a first edition Japanese Umbreon EX. It's actually quite hard to see that it is first edition, but I swear to you it is. So this next card is the Ancient Mew. Of course, I've had this copy in my binder for ages, and I just thought I would send it off, not for value or anything like that, but just for nostalgia. Fun fact, this card actually had 5 Japanese printings. The first one contained an error where the Nintendo at the bottom was missing the second N before the D. Obviously, this does not have that. Then they re-released it, corrected the error, and then there was a third version released using a different holo pattern. And then fast forward to 2019, they actually re-released another Ancient Mew. I'm sure there are a bunch of YouTube videos about it online actually. And then in 2020, they actually released a 5th one in South Korea, which I think maybe is a bit less known. Also, I hope you all have seen the video where I pulled this card because I'm pretty sure I sounded like I was dying. I started. I think that's absolutely precious. Eevee has been getting printed so much lately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. But this card I have so much attachment to, so I really wanted to have it graded. So going on a similar vein to the Rainbow Rare version, I just wanted to grade the regular full art version as well, even though it's not super valuable, because I love Mew, if you couldn't tell. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really, really appreciate it. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I have a very special video and giveaway planned, and I'm really, really excited to do that for you guys. So consider subscribing so you don't miss out. Our final card is a Reverse Hollow Expedition Mew. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And I think I paid maybe $30 or $40 for this card. A lot of the cards you're gonna see in the submission are not in mint condition. For example, if you had an Erica's Venusaur in a PSA 10 condition, first edition, definitely would not be under the $200 tier. But when you're thinking about what to submit, don't just think about the card itself and what it's worth in a PSA 10, think critically about the value. And also, usually if it is even in potentially a PSA 10 condition, you should submit it assuming it's gonna get a 9 so that you can put it in that tier. And they almost certainly will not upcharge you for that. Consider checking out my eBay or Amazon affiliates or even my Patreon linked in the description. Thank you guys all so much for watching, in particular to Corey, Chris, Jake, and Edge, and I will see you guys next time.